How to effectively reconnect with an ex after a period of no contact. My name is Coach Adrian, love and relationship coach. And in this video, I wanted to provide you with guidance and insights into how you can best reconnect with the one you love after a period of radio silence or no contact. Now, disclaimer. For all of you watching this video, I am going to assume that you've approached your period of no contact the right way. I am going to assume that you have been through a true process of personal transformation, that you're in a new positive mindset, that you have developed new habits, that you have fun and exciting things to share, and that you've genuinely been able to detach from the state of despair and desperation to connect with your ex at all costs. If you were counting the days, if you really did not maximize the time of no contact, then all of this advice that I'm going to share with you will be for naught, because you are very likely to make a mistake, either early on in the process of reconnecting with them or later down the road, where your ex is going to tell you something along the lines of, I knew you couldn't change, this is why we broke up, or they're just going to be triggered by something small that you do that will remind them of all the reasons why they felt like you guys could not be happy together. Now that this disclaimer has been shared, I really wanted to convey to you some of the concepts that I use in coaching sessions to enable individuals to reconnect with their ex in a positive way. So the first concept that I want to discuss is the fact that it is essential for you to reconnect with your ex in a non-threatening way. What do I mean by that? If your ex feels like you're coming on too strong, if your ex feels like you're trying to go from 0 to 100, if your ex feels like you're talking to them as if you guys were still at the height of the relationship, they're going to feel like it is essential for them to push back, to set a boundary, or to remind you that you guys are no longer together. And they're going to make it a point to either distance themselves or to really respond in a cold and negative way, just to send that message that you guys are no longer together. However, if you are reaching out to them in a non-threatening way, in a way that you would reach out to a good friend, they are more likely to respond to you and to also want to even engage in a back and forth of some kind. The second concepts that I want to discuss with you is the fact that it is essential for you to keep conversations drama-free. And usually, drama ensues if you are trying to rehash the breakup, if you are trying to talk about all of the mistakes that you've made in the past. And oftentimes you do that by talking about what you've been working on, the changes that you've basically been working on over the last 21, 30, 60 days, or whatever it may be. But by doing that, essentially what you're doing is you're putting them on a pedestal. You're telling them, please consider my candidacy to take me back, because look at what I've been doing to prove to you that I am worthy. And I was coaching a young man in New York who kept engaging with his ex in this way. Now, this man had made major mistakes over a long period of time, and he was dealing with substance abuse issues. And so a lot of his communication was centered around, look how good I'm doing. Look how I have not fallen back into these old habits. And it's very nuanced, but in essence, what he was doing was seeking her validation and reminding her of the traumas that she had had to endure over a long period of time. And so instead of being so direct, it would have been a lot more effective to indirectly communicate how well he is doing by talking about positive things that are happening in his day-to-day. Things, projects that he is working on, and something that has happened while doing a certain activity, so that she could come to the realization on her own terms that, hey, if he's doing those things, he must be doing better. Because the man that I knew would have never been able to be at this place at that time of day in the past. So it's essential for your ex to come to those conclusions on their own, that you have changed, that you have evolved, that you're the right person for them, and not for you to verbalize these things to them. Otherwise, they feel like you're coming on too strong. And so keeping conversations drama-free is a way to make sure that you are reconnecting with them, but that you're also not approaching them in a way that they feel threatened. As we discussed, it is very essential for you not to talk about the drama of the past or the drama of the breakup. We don't want to rehash the breakup. Trust me, it's excruciating for your ex. They don't want to have to justify themselves, and for them, this is old news. They're single, they're in a new dynamic and a new reality, and so you want to engage with them based on this present dynamic, talking about the here and now in order to reestablish a different type of communication that is more positive and uplifting. Ultimately, what you're going to want to convey is that they are no longer on that pedestal, that you are doing well without them. So you do that ultimately by making sure that you are actually doing things to be happy without them. This is not something that you can pretend, because your ex will sniff you out. So when you communicate with them, ask yourself, is this something that is positive? Am I putting them on a pedestal? Is this triggering? Am I bringing up the past in any way? And will my ex feel like I'm coming on too strong? Will they feel threatened? And when I say will they feel threatened is, will their independence and their new identity be threatened by me reaching out to them in this way? Finally, it's essential for you to try to bring about a sense of well-being and happiness like we talk about. If you're able to make your ex smile, your interactions after no contact are extremely, extremely positive. Because ultimately, what we want to do is to create chemistry, connection, fun, and really new levels of intimacy. And it's difficult to make your ex smile when there's drama, when you're bringing up the past, when you're putting them on a pedestal, or when you're trying to connect with them in a way where they feel like they have to push back. So, as you will have noticed, I did not tell you specifically to reach out through one particular medium. I'm not going to tell you you need to text, or you need to send a letter, or you need to call, or you need to send a voice message, because it depends on where you're at. It depends on the mistakes that have occurred, and it depends on the opportunities that you have before you. And I encourage you to really take the concepts that you've discovered in this video and to use your brain to think about what is the most appropriate medium for me to connect with my ex next. For some of you, it'll be in person. For others, it'll be a phone call or a voice message. For others, it's a social media direct message on Instagram or Facebook. And it's essential for you to make sure that you're going about it in a way that feels organic and natural based on your relationship with this person and where you're at today. If you have doubts on what that is, I encourage you to book a private coaching session so that we can figure it out together. By we, I mean myself, but also our team of coaches that are here at withmyexagain.com/coaching and standing ready to help. What we want to do is to help you fight the good fight. If you want to go deeper into the concepts that I've addressed in this video, I encourage you to click on the link below and you will have access to a private video that helps you take action based on where you are. And this is where our true community gets the insights that are game-changing and life-changing. Because in some ways, it is essential for you to take action and to reflect upon that action in the right way. And this is where our private content, accessible via the link below, will help you get there. As always, I love to hear from you, from your practical real life experience. Everything that I do is based on the practical real life experience of some individuals that I have coached, that I've worked with along the way. If you've been able to reconnect effectively with your ex, please tell us how in the comment section below. If you tried something that did not work, put a little bit of context and background and also share it so that others who are in similar situations will learn from your experience and will not repeat the same mistake. As always, thank you for your trust. I am so proud to be your coach, and I hope to hear from you soon, whether through the comment section, in private coaching, or in any medium that feels right to you. Take good care. Thank you for listening in, and see you soon.